I own a gas power generator. My buddy owns a propane power generator. I want to go through pluses and minuses of both ones, and then I'm going to tell you which one to buy, or I think you should buy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Big kisses from Andy. The first thing you have to ask yourself is, do I already have propane on my property? Or are you going with the 20 pounders? If you already have propane on your property, that's a big plus for a propane generator. Just start that off right at the bat there. But if you use a lot of equipment that already uses gasoline, there's a plus for that as well. The thing about gas is its storage life is limited, especially if you're using what we call regular gas that has ethanol in it. You have to use, I like these two treatments, a gas stabilizer and seafoam. I use them both. If all else fails, read directions. These will allow you to keep gas for about 6 months. And when you hit that 6-month point, you can just pour the gas into your regular gasoline car, use it up, and go fill it up again. The thing I run into with my gas cans is I don't always remember if I put the gas stabilizer in and the seafoam in or not. And you can always add more stabilizer. It's not gonna, in my opinion, it's not gonna ruin anything. I'm gonna list some generators and generator equipment I think is really handy. There'll be a link below for that. Propane will store for years. Gasoline, well, that's diesel. Gasoline, again, 6 months. So propane lasts longer, but there's issues with that. Gas is shorter, there's issues with that. It's like coin toss, like that. I'm a mime in my spare time. These are kind of heavy. Something to think about though, when the storm hits, and actually there's a storm coming right now. Well, I came outside so it looks stormy for this part of the video. But think about how readily available is propane versus gasoline in your area when the power is out. That's the key thing, because you know, you can, oh yeah, I got plenty of propane. Well, if the power's out for 5 or 7 days, you know, is the local propane company, can they deliver some more? Can you buy some more tanks like this? Gasoline, I think, would be easier, but you know more because you are where you live. Does that make sense? Anyway, think about that. Storm, propane, storm, gasoline. Your portable generators all have a load rating, and for, you know, these mid-sized generators like that I have here, gasoline puts out more power, more amperage than propane. And it can be in the same engine. There's hybrid ones that'll run on a dual fuel. And you'll see that either it'll put out X amount of watts, or gasoline puts out like some more watts. Propane has a lower efficiency number or rating or percentage than gasoline does. And so it doesn't provide as much power in a generator. That's really the reason. My neighbor just walked by and looked at me and I'm like, oh, I don't know if he knows what I do for a living. So, pro tip here, whatever generator you buy, get an electric start, okay? Your shoulder, when you're older, in the cold, press that button and it starts. And a big question I get often is, well, how long does a generator run on propane? That depends on the size of the generator and how long you run it for. I run, whether I'm running a propane generator or a gas generator here, I don't run it 24/7. I turn it off. I turn it on, I run the furnace, I run the refrigerator, freezer, and then I turn it off. And we run around with headlamps, LED headlamps, and with some LED battery powered lights. These kind of generators are not built to run 24/7. I don't care which one you buy. Also change the oil a lot. But if you're going to be going with the propane route, I would suggest, instead of these little 20 pounders, get 1 or 2, I call them 100 pounders. They're they're taller, they're about 4 times the size of this thing. You can get it at your farm store, and then you keep those filled. That's a lot easier than lugging these around, in my opinion. Less thinking about, oh, is it gonna run empty on a 20 pounder? So that's just Eric's world. When things break, when a generator breaks, think about getting that fixed. And this is a big deal between propane and gas. This is a gas carburetor. It might look like something from an Apollo landing mission, but it's a carburetor. And these are relatively easy to fix. You can take them apart, take that screw out of the bottom, you can clean them out, has some O-rings and stuff, put it back in, and possibly you have fixed your carburetor because it had some junky ethanol gas in it or something. That's the gas delivery system for a propane power generator, and I don't know how it works. If this freezes up, I don't know how to fix that. Just thinking. Okay, you want that one? Here. There you go. Keep in mind, whichever one of these you buy, oh, thank you, Andy, you get what you pay for at price. If you want a Honda level, you're gonna get a machine that is like rock solid. If you want a mid-range one, it's kind of like when you're buying a Buick, you're gonna get the mid-range. If you want a cheap one, well then you might be buying yourself some trouble. So just think about that. What I would get, and there'll be a link right below the video for this information, is a dual fuel. You might have noticed when we started the video that this is actually a propane and gasoline generator. This is the best of both worlds with an electric start. That way you have gas and propane and you have peace of mind. So you want to spend some more time together, more generator videos, floating right there. Yeah, right there.